Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
Kieran says Havar would have lasted another cycle. 2 at most.
Were the projections so dire?
I can't believe it. Came so close to losing everything.
Plantor through my personal shuttle.
Finder Rider did it.
I could have been inside.
The reports didn't do this world justice. It's ethereal.
Director Addison, I imagine you have concerns that we haven't placed a full outpost?
Frankly, it's impressive you weren't covered in vines on landing. Given the planet's significance to the Angara, it's appropriate that we assist, but not place an outpost. And the stability you brought? I received a thank you from Aya. That may be the first time I've heard those words in Andromeda.
It's not just about being a good neighbor. Their stability helps us in the long term.
Practical and true. Ledgers don't understand that nuance, but I do. Havarl helps. Outpost or not, we're gaining. We need another, but we're gaining. It's promising, and a lot of people have noticed. I still need your voice. Something they can think about instead of an outpost flag.
We're still here, still doing important work.
Then tell them that.
We're not just here to survive, to scramble for resources. We came to research and explore. Havarl is made for that. And everything we learn about it helps not just us, but the Angara as well.
Into the books, Pathfinder. Addison out.
Your analysis alone can't tell us anything useful. Our sample set is much too narrow. Pathfinder Ryder, Dr. Tsana Relar, xenobotanist for the Initiative, and my colleague, Dr. Eric Baumgarten.
Xenogenetics. Pleasure to meet you.
I can see why you're on Havarl. Plenty to keep you busy.
Indeed. You can hardly walk without stepping on a new life form. We tread lightly.
Your report of accelerated evolution and rapid growth of nature here caught our interest.
We're analyzing everything we can for clues to replicate the effects on our own crops.
It would have interesting applications, if there's a way to control the process.
You understand the end goal.
If we learn to enhance the growth of plants and animals in non-destructive ways, we could end hunger. It would change everything for the Initiative. Our colonies could thrive virtually overnight.
Since you repaired the vault, things are returning to normal, but too quickly for us.
The accelerated life forms you want to study are dying off. Decaying.
We're scrambling to scan and catalog everything before it's gone. We could use some help.
Point me to life forms you need. I'll do the rest.
Anything mutated beyond its baseline growth cycle will aid our work.
I'll provide the most promising genetic markers to scan for.
Thank you for whatever help you can provide, Pathfinder. Rendezvous here when you're finished.
The malfunctioning vault affected this area. I recommend scanning for accelerated growth. Pathfinder, the life forms in this area display accelerated growth markers. You may wish to scan the life forms in your immediate area for growth mutations, Pathfinder.
Come on, let's get him. Carried more than weapons. They had research tech, data pads. Let's find out why. The Rokar were studying mutant wildlife too. They want to use it against us. The datapad mentions a camp.
Updating known data. Mission parameters changing.
Get ready to fight! Sam, what do you get from this?
Analyzing. The Rokar took special interest in mutations that would poison a natural environment.
They wouldn't use that on our worlds.
What are your instructions for this data, Pathfinder?
Download a copy, then erase the Rokar computer.
Acknowledged. Copying complete. Erasure of Rokar files complete.
Let's wrap things up and get back to our researchers.
What have you brought us, Pathfinder?
I got jumped by Rokar. They were researching harmful mutations, hoping to use them against us.
I hope you put an end to their work.
Do you have any of their data? May we see it?
I copied the files before I erased the Rokar computer. I'll transmit everything.
If nothing else, it may help us defend against future attacks.
I scanned all the mutated wildlife I could find. I hope it helps your research.
We're going to be overwhelmingly busy, aren't we?
Thank you for everything, Pathfinder. We'll get to work.
Leaving Avarl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder. Hello?
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
They've got amazing
We got word
red
from
research
Illidan.
going on here.
Good news?
Well, we got another remnant piece.
Pathfinder, did you make it to Havarl?
I found this Angaran helmet. Does it mean anything to you?
This is a pre-Dark Age design. Do you see the black marks? The Scourge targeted this pilot's ship. Stars, it's perfectly preserved. I can almost imagine the pilot. He must have been so afraid. I've never seen one of these intact. Do you know how rare this is? I can't even begin to repay you.
If it helps you piece your history together, that's all I need.
It does help. You have no idea how much. You know, Pathfinder, this gets me thinking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know that helmet existed. What if that's not all we're missing? There could be a wealth of history just out of our reach. So, I'm requesting your help again.
Just tell me what I need to do.
I've led digs on every Angaran homeworld, but there are places I've missed, areas only a Pathfinder could go. There could be relics sitting untouched for centuries because no one could reach them. What I ask is this: if you ever find yourself in an area like that, you keep an eye out for artifacts.
That's it?
That's it. Keep me in mind as you explore, and bring me anything of interest.
It'd help if I knew where to look.
Any planet could contain something of potential value. My people traveled far. I know that doesn't answer your question, but just keep your eyes open for me.
You're the expert. Can't you just come with me?
I'd like to, more than anything, but I'm needed here. My predecessor trusted me to stay and carry on his work, to find answers. No matter how much I miss the adventure, I have a responsibility here.
A few hidden relics coming up.
I don't know what I'd do without you. I'll be here if you find anything. Good luck.
You said the helmet was touched by the Scourge. What does that mean?
I forget your people weren't around for that. When the Scourge appeared, it targeted remnant ships, broke down their technology. With the drive cores disabled...
The ships crashed.
But that may not be all. The Scourge leaves a mark on whatever it touches. If it touched this helmet, perhaps the pilot was the target. There may be remnant tech inside the helmet.
Or in the pilot.
Storms. I hadn't even thought of that.
Is it normal for someone as young as you to be in charge?
I'm no younger than you. And you're a Pathfinder.
I kinda inherited the job.
So did I. I was apprenticed to the former curator. It was my job to bring him artifacts from other worlds. When he retired, I sort of fell into his position.
Do you miss relic hunting?
Some days, but mostly I'm happy to spend more time with each piece.
Have you always been into history?
Oh yes. When I was young, I would dig up shells and pretend they were ancient armor pieces. I've always had a big imagination. With only 14 siblings, I got lonely sometimes.
14? That's insane.
Why? How many do you have?
Just the one.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
This is quite a place.
It feels like home to me. Sometimes I think I should move in here. But it's got a long way to go. Someday we'll fill it with relics of the past, each one telling a story. And my people will come here to learn. And to remember.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
Any insight you can give me on the remnant tech?
We don't know much. To our understanding, it's always been here. Stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
All systems green. Beginning approach.
Volt orbit is steady.
Approaching the LZ.
Hustle was a good scene. People from all over, helping out when it mattered. A lot of right ways to help in a crisis. All we needed was coordination. Not too different from how Ryder runs the team.
It works. Might work differently if we were at war.
Lucky we're not then.
I'm reading a temperature decrease.
We've got target!
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. Avena mentioned sites like this might contain Angaran relics. We should search it. This seems to be Angaran, but I can't find any data on it.
Maybe Avela will know more about it. Put it in cargo.
Ryder.
Fold orbit is steady. Ryder. Have you seen Lexi?
She's not in the med bay?
No, and she's not answering her comm.
I'll find her.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. It's not often a first contact goes so smoothly. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
The Angara soldier who joined your team has a few fans already, but everyone's talking about Aya. Green plants, flowing water? Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
Aya is a sovereign planet of the Angara. We have no right to settle there.
Strong stuff. Here's hoping we don't need to. Okay, that's... Colonist registration is up since last episode, as is morale. Tan sent this for you. Inspiring, huh?
Should I apply for an outpost?
Don't shut the crate up. Jessica to call. Hey. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to the Nexus. I see you here in our database. Did you have your medical scan?
Yes.
Good.
We ask that you spend a few short minutes going through.
And we're happy to help your guards secure their weapons.
I prefer them armed for now. You understand, of course.
Oh, Pathfinder, this is the head of the Angaran delegation.
The one who saved the Moshai. She speaks highly of you. Call me Issa de Navarre.
We're glad to have you, Ambassador. Strong ties with the Angara will strengthen us both.
To a good end, I hope.
I was just explaining to the Ambassador that armed guards aren't necessary here.
Is something wrong, Ambassador?
Please walk with me, Pathfinder. So much life. All different, all united. The way it could have been. 75 years ago, we were scattered, struggling to rebuild after the Scourge. Then, the Ket arrived. Alien life. It was monumental. But then they deceived and enslaved us. So, I hope you understand my precautions.
Your people have endured much, Ambassador. I'd be cautious too.
Yet all this, your initiative, is proof there's a better way. I want to believe in this alliance, Pathfinder. The Moshai says you're trustworthy. Please, help me trust in you.
Everything you see, we're willing to share. Knowledge, technology, support.
What's the price?
Whatever you're willing to give.
They'll surrender their weapons to your militia, if that's satisfactory.
Thank you. We won't disappoint you, Ambassador.
Pavoa set Jav Teravon, Pathfinder. Welcome to Andromeda.
But the plants have adapted to the Scourge's presence. Some even feed on its radiant energy. See this older specimen? The growth rings show the Scourge's beginnings. Specimens, scans! Our conservation effort can barely keep up. What a wonderful service you've done for us. You've certainly earned your fee.
Byzantine, crystalline. All the nodules intersect.
These power outages.
The Angara are survivors.
Those look horrifying. Dutch will love them.
You're back. People happen when you work at a bar.
Okay.
I'll have to get used to you too. Fine. You can be a...
Scott.
Be careful. The snark is strong with that one.
I'll be cute.
I was being careful. Look where it got me.
A station bartender with people offering help. All that too.
You'd think people would Speaking of, I'm going to call it the Tall Moose.
Just when I've balanced the air mix. Another Yahoo hat. Aren't you the Pathfinder? Dr. Camden, head of hydroponic sciences. Mind the seedlings.
Are you always this rude?
Only when a mistake could kill
What do you mean?
Hydroponics is our air, food, and water. We almost lost it all during the mutiny. Now it's my responsibility.
I know what surprise, responsibility.
So I hear. I need samples of Andromeda's plant life. Our own specimens. Bring me any plants you find. You'll have a bounty in return.
There you are. Looking for the meaning of life?
At the bottom of a bottle?
You didn't leave a note. We were worried.
Well, as you see, I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
What? I can't kick back? Have fun?
Lexi, you haven't touched that bottle.
Because you interrupted me.
What's this really about?
PB thinks I don't care about the crew. That you're all just experiments to me. Do you... Is that how you think I see you?
Since when do you care what PB thinks?
It's not the first time someone told me that. In fact, every one of my exes said something similar. Hence why I'm taking a break from relationships. You didn't answer my question. Is that how you think I see you?
You wouldn't be moping in this bar if you only saw me as an experiment.
I don't mope, but you're right. Thank you, Ryder. I should get back.
What about your wine?
I'll save it for another day.
Interesting place, isn't it? Full of smiles and handshakes. Even though when politicians make peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Given our situation, it's smart to show we truly come in friendship.
Though in these times you should be prepared for the alternative. But names. I know you, Pathfinder. I am Andromeda, a Heskal with the Resistance.
A Heskal?
Centuries ago, Heskal were special forces. We defended colonies, passing our training down via oral history. Few remember us today. I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program, an N7.
What have you learned about the N7 program?
Human soldiers who trained on exotic worlds. Arcturus, Europa, Rio de Janeiro. They learn to fight in all environments, on little food or sleep, to care for their injured, to lead. Is that accurate? Wasn't your father one of them?
He was one of the first N7s. He was proud of that, even though he didn't stay in service. Didn't stop him teaching me and my sister a few tricks.
So, you carry a little of that knowledge with you, as well as your Pathfinder skills. N7 training would benefit my people. Heskal training would benefit yours. Perhaps a few war games. Show me how your skills handle the tests of a Heskal recruit. Challenge yourself and teach me.
A chance to work with the Angaran best of the best? Absolutely.
Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test. After that, I look forward to learning.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad you could visit.
Species are at odds. As clocks break down. I wonder what I was thinking. You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
Oh, I can't wait to go to Aya.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
This memory is of a family gathering on Earth.
Finally, the Ryder clan in one room. It feels like it's been years since we were together.
Or more.
Well, I'll take whatever I can get. I've missed you too.
How are you feeling, Mom?
No, we're not doing that. There's only one rule for this visit. No talking about me. I'm fine. And when I'm not, the pills help. Deal?
Okay.
Good. Let's talk about something else. Alec? Really?
Well, you're both looking taller.
Yeah, Dad, that does tend to happen.
Right, I know. So, I heard the Alliance has a new Mako in the works.
Yeah, word is they can airdrop this one from a ship.
I know. They're saying we might get one on our next expedition.
You still poking around the Attican Traverse?
It's amazing. We think we might have found a Prothean site. No artifacts yet, but we're still digging.
I remember the day they found the first ruins on Mars. Changed my life. We knew for sure that aliens were real. We just had to go find them.
Yes, every day I wake up, I'm looking at a Mass Effect relay and I keep thinking, what's on the other side?
Don't lose that. The minute you stop wondering what's beyond the mountain, you die a little
No
inside.
chance of that. It's in our blood. You infected us.
What was it like, Dad? When you went through that first relay?
Don't believe the stories. The Charon relay scared the shit out of us. Admiral Grissom included. Why don't we go have this dinner your mom's been slaving over all day? I'll tell you all about it.
I remember that. Mom complained the Ryder clan was never in the same room at the same time.
Odd, considering you were family.
People get busy. Sarah and I were trying to start our lives.
A course that seems to have been influenced by your father.
Yeah, good or bad, your parents rub off on you.
A form of symbiosis?
Sure, I suppose. Though not always beneficial.
It gave rise to you.
Jury's still out on that.
Nevertheless, the emotional bonds among family became clear to me that day. Your progress as Pathfinder has unlocked an additional memory.
Let's see it.
This memory is when Alec first learned of the initiative.
It will be just a moment. Hello, Alec.
I'm too old for cloak and dagger. I got your message. I'm here. Who are you?
A benefactor, if you like.
You have something to offer me?
A future.
That's vague.
A future. For your wife. You're out of money. Your contacts have dried up. You can't finish Sam.
How do you know about...
I can help you. Whatever you need.
Start by telling me what you need.
Your AI is more than a cure for your wife. It could also be the salvation for many others.
I don't follow.
Where we're going, we'll need a different perspective to understand things.
Where's that? The Andromeda Galaxy?
I have a proposal for you. And Ellen doesn't have much time. Are you interested?
Who was that? The benefactor?
I believe there was more to the Andromeda initiative than was publicly understood. Private logs are now available in your father's quarters. They may shed further light on the matter. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. That's all for now.
Of course. Your father's personal logs.
I had a strange meeting yesterday. I thought it would be with Jien Garson, who founded the initiative. But it wasn't. I guess Jien's the visionary, the one who gets everyone excited about the project and drums up publicity. But then this benefactor apparently provides resources and money. And I mean a lot of money. It's a little unusual. But everything about this project is.
Interesting. I wonder if Director Tan knows anything about this. Worth talking to him.
I accepted the initiative's offer. They're calling me a Pathfinder. There's no other option left. Sam will never happen without their help. Our savings are gone, and no one will return my calls. I am a pariah. There's something strange going on with this benefactor. But... Ellen's getting worse. I can't fail her.
Pathfinder, I hear the Angaran planet Aya is a paradise. We finally found a lush world. When do we start moving in?
These things take time. There's not much room on Aya, and we're still proving ourselves to them. But we need to find lush planets of our own. For all of us.
True. But hey, at least now we know one exists, right? I know you'll do it. Keep up the good work, Pathfinder.
Fallout from the recent uprising as security tightens across all sectors on the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote, for your safety. This is HNS.
Attention all personnel. The Angaran diplomatic team has arrived on the Nexus.
Pathfinder.
A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents.
Guess this is your place now.
The Angara have nothing to fear from the people of the Milky Way.
But do you have anything?
Congratulations are in order. Peaceful contact with the Angara. It's everything the initiative stands for.
It was amazing. A culture we'd never met before, in a brand new galaxy. I was just glad to be part of it.
It's a moment to savor. In the Milky Way, first contact was a rare event. I hope rescuing the Moshae leads to stronger ties between our people. Did you have some other business?
I'm curious. What do you know about the people who backed the initiative?
What everyone knows. Jean Garson was the founder and visionary. Unfortunately, she died on the Nexus during the Scourge disaster.
Is there anyone else?
I would almost welcome them. A voice to silence the rabble. Then Kesh might listen. But no, we're alone. Why do you ask?
I have information that suggests Garson wasn't the only one.
What sort of information?
It's complicated, but there was a silent partner. A benefactor.
Even if that were true, we've been here 14 months with no sign of them. This partner is either a phantom, missing, or dead. Nope, Jean Garson was the beacon. A sad end to someone of such stature. Dying alone.
Oh?
It was chaos. By the time they found her, she was already dead, succumbed to her injuries.
Was there a follow-up investigation?
I wasn't even out of stasis. But knowing the violence of the Scourge disaster, death was everywhere. If you're suggesting something else happened, Ryder, I'd rather you didn't. Let's not add to the confusion.
Thank you for your time.
Ryder, if you wish to pursue this further, accessing Nexus security records may reveal more information.
My team and I serve... Okay. What are we looking for, Sam?
Any information relating to Jean Garson's death.
The only hard fact is that her body was found in one of the apartments.
Then connecting her death to the Scourge disaster was mere speculation.
Yeah. They just wanted this to go away. I think we need to check out that apartment.
Environmental data will allow us to reconstruct the scene.
The culture. Control Center requests special dietary instructions for Angaran visitors.
Convicted murderer Nilken Rensis exiled for his role in the killing of Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. This is HNS.
I don't know about these Angara.
This is where Jean Garson's body was discovered.
What are we looking for?
If you scan the room, environmental data may allow for scene recreation.
There. This was no accident. She was murdered.
As this incident occurred over a year ago, her killer is likely far away by now.
Yeah. But, wait. This whole area was shuttered back then. Didn't open until the Hyperion arrived. So what was Garson even doing here?
Perhaps a further scan of the room is in order.
A hidden door. What do we have here?
This is Gian Garson. I don't have much time. I've been hiding in the sealed-off sections of the Nexus since we got here. Someone's trying to kill me, and now I can hear them down in the hydroponics area. They're coming. I've embedded what I know in my VI in the Cultural Center. This log has the code, and whatever happens... Oh god, they're outside the door.
Wow, this is some serious shit.
Yes, deeply troubling. I have the code she mentioned for the VI kiosk.
Welcome back. Hello there, neighbor. I'm Gian Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
Sam, can we hear that message Garson talked about?
Unlocking it now. Rerouting to our private channel.
For years, there was a silent partner involved with the initiative. The truth is, I was running out of money. Then a benefactor stepped in. I didn't ask questions. I never met them face to face. That was a mistake. I lied to everyone. Something big spooked them in the Milky Way, and now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for the good, but I have my doubts. And now I think they're going to remove me. Alec Ryder and I had a code word for this. Fulcrum. He may have learned more.
What did that mean? Something big in the Milky Way?
Perhaps your father's locked memories hold the answer. He might have known more.
Yeah. Guess I'll have to keep unlocking them to find out for sure.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace ambassadors.
I know who I'd want watching my back during a fight.
They're happy to answer any questions you may have and eager...
All systems green. Pavoa, I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This is Aya's Cultural Museum. It's small, but you've already made it brighter.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars, Hello, Pathfinder. This? The implications. Pathfinder, you may have discovered our earliest artifact yet.
Could it be a relic from another?
The technique and material matches other Angaran relics, and you found it in one of our worlds. But perhaps the depiction isn't an Angara. It could be a deity of some sort.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travel.